Hello everyone, welcome to Sack Lunch News. Enjoy the show. Alright everyone, welcome to Sack Lunch News. Today's video is, yes, Joan of Arc. Yet another historical video for me. Leave a comment in the comment section to let me know how I did. Most of this you can get from history.com. So part one is going to be Joan's early life. Born around 1412, Joan of Arc was the daughter of a tenant farmer, Jacques d'Arc, from the village of Domremy in northeastern France. At the time, France had long been torn apart by bitter conflict with England, later known as the 100 Years' War. A peace treaty in 1420 disinherited the French crown prince Charles of Valois amid accusations of his illegitimacy, and King Henry V was made ruler of both England and France. His son Henry VI succeeded him in 1422, along with his French allies led by Philip the Good, Duke of Burgundy. England occupied much of northern France. Many in Joan's village were forced to abandon their homes under threat of invasion. Here's some more on that. At age 13, Joan began to hear voices which she believed had been sent by God to give her a mission of overwhelming importance to save France and install Charles as the rightful king. At age 16, her father attempted to arrange a marriage for her. However, she successfully convinced a local court that she should not be forced to marry. Good job. Yeah, that happened in the 1400s. Yeah. Joan of Arc. Here's a somewhat summary of a lot of Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, 1412 to May 30th, 1431, is a patron saint of France, honored as defender of the French nation for her role in the siege of Orleans. This is some info on Joan's early life and a quick overview. Now on to the siege of Orleans. Alright everyone, now for the siege of Orleans. This part's rather short, so bear with me here. After making the 11-day journey across enemy territory to Chinon, Joan asked Charles for an army to lead to Orleans, to which Charles granted against the advice of most of his counselors and generals. And in March of 1429, after sending a defiant letter to the enemy, Joan led several French assaults, driving the Anglo-Burgundians from their bastion and forcing their retreat across the river Loire. I believe that's how you say it. So that was pretty much what I could find on the siege of Orleans. And now we're going to cover the capture and the eventual burning at the stake of Joan of Arc. Alright ladies and gentlemen, and now for the end of the video. After the miraculous victory, Joan's reputation spread far and wide among French forces. Joan and her army escorted Charles across enemy territory to Reims, taking towns that resisted by force and enabling his coronation as King Charles VII in July of 1429. Joan argued that the French should press their advantage and retake Paris, but Charles wavered. The Anglo-Burgundians fortified their positions in Paris and turned back an attack led by Joan in September. In the spring of 1430, the king ordered Joan to confront a Burgundian assault on, and I hope I say this correctly, Campaign. In her effort, she was thrown from her horse and captured as the city gates closed behind her. The Burgundians brought her amid much fanfare to the English commander at Rome. Now for the trial and death of Joan of Arc. In the trial that followed, Joan was ordered to answer to some 70 charges, including witchcraft, heresy, and dressing like a man. In an attempt to distance himself from an accused heretic and witch, the king made no attempt to negotiate Joan's release. In May 1431, Joan relented and signed a confession denying that she had ever received any divine guidance. Several days later, however, she defied orders again by donning male clothes, and authorities pronounced her death sentence. On the morning of May 30th, 1431, at age 19, Joan was taken to the old marketplace of Rome and burned at the stake. Unknowingly, while burning Joan of Arc at the stake, the English had basically immortalized her, and she would later become a saint. So, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned something from this. Thank you and goodbye.